Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and today you join me on my way to Pride of Longbridge. So the MG ZT260, as you saw my previous video, is ready. Here it is, all POL'd up. Beards and Bangers sticker in the window, POL Rover and British Mark sticker in the window as well. So we're going to get going. I'm staying up in Bromsgrove tonight, so let's jump in the car and hope we get there.
Welcome to Beards and Bangers.
So, I'm about halfway there. Now, you may be asking what Pride of Longbridge is. Pride of Longbridge, it's my first one actually, so I've got an idea what to expect. It's basically a gathering of any cars made at Longbridge. And obviously my MG ZT 260 was made at Longbridge, which is in South Birmingham. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of Rovers, MGs, possibly some other stuff as well. A lot of people, a lot of like minds. So it's going to be really, really good. I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to it. But more about my journey. So yeah, I've actually decided. I think I said I was going to do a B-road blast up to Bromsgrove where I'm staying. But I decided because the clutch, I'm not sure about it. A B-road journey will obviously involve a lot more changing gear. So I thought, no, we'll just potter up the M40 or 70 and see how it goes. And the car was a bit rough when I first turned it on this afternoon, but sitting at 70 miles an hour, it's quite happy. Again, it'll be interesting when I edit this video to see what the cabin noise is like on the microphone here. But yeah, plodding up the M40, traffic's not too bad. About a 73 mile drive for me, so I could have driven up in the morning, but that would have meant getting up ridiculously early and not having my usual quota of tea. So yeah, I decided to make an evening of it. I've got a nice hotel booked, and then yeah, hopefully a short drive in the morning to Cofton Park, Longbridge, Birmingham, to the show. Yeah, so I was thinking as I was driving along, this journey is probably the first longest drive this car has had in 2 years. So the guy I bought the car from bought the car with the intention of fixing it, but he was more into motorbikes and wanted to spend his money, time and attentions on that, so he sold the car to me. But I believe he bought it in about August 2021 and drove it from Birmingham up to Yorkshire where he lives. So that, I would think, is the last time this car has had a decent drive. It's been driven around the estate, a place where the car's been fixed. But it's probably not been above 40-50 miles an hour. Yeah, and it really likes the motorway. Yeah, we're just pottering along at 70. The fuel gauge, it's not visibly going down. So I filled this up a couple of days ago. I've done 80 miles, and we've used just over a quarter of a tank. Now I have been giving it some revs just to try and clear the engine through. So I put some SOE5 in the other day, and what I will do when I get to Birmingham, I'll probably fill up again tomorrow morning before I get to Pride of Longbridge, just to keep the tank nice and full of fresh fuel. I'm just hoping that this long drive does kind of just turn the windscreen wipers off. It is raining, unfortunately. Luckily the car doesn't seem to, I haven't got kind of a border on the windscreen where the wipers go, so hopefully it's not going to get too dirty. I have got some rapid detailer and microfiber towels though in the pouch behind the passenger seat, so I'll give it a quick zhuzh when I get to Cofton Park tomorrow. But yeah, I had a bit of trepidation doing okay. Yeah, the M40 is a good motorway. Actually, it's not too busy. Yeah, sort of between Beaconsfield and Coventry, it's not the busiest motorway in the world, so it's quite a nice driving experience. But yeah, this thing's definitely got some legs. So I'm not taking it above 70. I don't want to be in the outside lane and something go wrong and I'm stranded. So I'm just taking it easy. And there's no rush. It's a Friday night, Friday evening. Okay, I've got to get up fairly early tomorrow, but I've got a nice dinner hopefully ahead of me in the hotel. Breakfast, a good night's sleep in between those two, and yeah, it should be a good day. But yeah, so far a really enjoyable drive up. So just arrived in Bromsgrove. I've got to say it in that accent because you do. And I just bumped into Max. Say hello, Max. Hello. From Discount MG Rover Spares, who are not sponsoring this video, but I do mention them in my videos an awful lot because I spend lots of money with them.
And we've actually timed us quite well, turning up and around, well, literally next to each other in the car park.
We've already made friends. Look, and there's a friend over there. We don't know who this person is yet,
no.
but
I'm sure more will turn up.
Yes, we're quite close, aren't we, to Cofton Park here?
I think we're what, nine minutes away, something like that.
Yeah. Max is here in his 45.
Astonishingly here in my 45,
yes.
given the clutch went on Wednesday.
The clutch went on Wednesday. It's now got a new clutch, new rubbers, and it has got the quietest K-Series engine I have ever heard. Listen to that. It's 96,000 miles.
96,000 miles.
Yeah. So we're not even at the show yet. I'm already looking at cars and talking about cars. So, and this isn't a size comparison, even though mine is bigger than Max's.
Just a little.
Yeah. There we are. So yeah, well, Max and I'll probably have a bit of a chat, and we're gonna, yeah, talk about cars, which we're gonna do for the next 2 days, I'm sure. So yeah, we'll get settled into the hotel and we'll update back in a minute. Here is the B&B, literally for the night. Actually, yeah, it's a hotel, and I've got dinner as well. So yeah, just had a nice chat with Max from Discount MG Rover Spares, and I'm gonna go and have a pint of beer. That's better. Well, it's now the morning. I am awake, just slept fairly well after a nice dinner with Max and a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, as you do. Yeah, I've woken up this morning. It's 7 o'clock. Just popped my bags back in 194, and imagine my delight when I came into the hotel car park and saw this monogram Typhoon ZT260, and I think this one belongs to a chap called Edgar. Look at his apex wheels, they're lovely. Just look at we're just in the early morning light, and it's just catching this car so nicely. So there's Max's. A few others of us here. I've not spoken to anyone else other than Max. But yeah, there's Max's rather nice 45, which is a very unusual interior, which I'll hopefully show you a bit later on. Then there's this is here, which looks like an MG ZTT until you look at the ride height, and the back actually says row 75. So it's got looks like it's got an MG ZT bumper, front bumper, but the rest of it is a Rover 75. You might see that. There we are. So these are MG friends, or Rover friends, and then over here we've got this rather nice green 600 automatic, and then I don't know if this is someone who's coming in an other Mark's vehicle, but there's this rather nice imported, it's on British plates, but it's an imported W123 Mercedes, imported from Herbert Müller of Bergedorf, Aachensberg and Rheinbeck. There we are. So yeah, there's a few people here at the Bromsgrove Hotel and Spa. There's one other car here, which I'm not sure if it's just someone's daily or whether they are coming. But we'll have a look at it, because I think Mr. Boaty will like this, and Mr. Boaty's not coming to Pride of Longbridge, so we'll show him as much as we can. But here we are, we've got this 03 plate Freelander. 5-door with a beige leather interior. There we are. Right, I'm going to grab some brekkie, which I'm not going to video because you don't want to see me eating breakfast, and then I'm going to hopefully make my way over to the park, Cofton Park, nice and early to get to make some content for the next video. So just on our way in, about just over a mile to go. The car is not happy this morning. It's got no power. I think it's running on 7 cylinders. You can hear it's real resonaty drone rather than a nice burble. And it's really struggling up this hill, so it's weird. I don't know if it's got some water sucked into that bloody cone air filter. But the clutch is so far okay. I think we're gonna make it. We've got to try and get home in it. Seems to be okay once I get up to speed. It's got up to 50 where I was able, and it was pulling all right. So it's happier at high speeds, but I guess most engines are if they're misfiring. Yeah, so we're going to have to do some more work on this car, aren't we? But yeah, we'll check back in a minute when I get right up to the gates. Just hoping I can get in. Yeah, so I thought I could get in early to get some footage, but we'll hopefully get there in a minute. But I've pulled up outside the Longbridge factory for the obligatory photograph by the MG sign, which you can see here, and this rather late 56 registered 25 just pulled up. Looks very, very nice indeed. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. It's now 9 o'clock and I think we're being let in. Following a very nice trophy yellow. TF, is it? Or was it an F? Be an F, won't it? Y reg. Yeah, a few people parked up outside. It's quite nice. Yeah, a few Fs and TFs in front. They must have come in convoy. I could have joined the 260s, but I'm not in the 260s group. Salutations.
Salutations indeed. Morning, bud. Look at this way for me, guys.
Thank you. Cheers, thank you. So the first disaster of the day has happened. I'm stuck. I've bogged down by trying to take a shortcut, or a long cut rather. So I'm now, my car that was reasonably clean is now bogged down, so I'm going to get some help. Cornish Car Collectors, another YouTuber, he's going to help me in a sec. But also my expansion tank is venting. I've just stopped venting, so I don't know whether I've not done that down enough. But I didn't bring a spare one of these because the spare one of these is in the back of the ZT 190, which is on a 4-post lift at the moment. There we are. So I've eventually got out of the mud, and my fairly clean car is now absolutely soaked because I got bogged down in the marsh. I hope the marshals get rid of that, cone that area off, because it's dangerous. Look at the state of that. Good morning. But yeah, the Rover and British Marks group is assembled.
So even that is
Various fine people around. Good morning.
Right, I wouldn't go that far.
Good morning. People doing some last minute buffing. This green Streetwise came up from my town. You bought this yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we are.
We're finally here, out of the mud. Oh, and look what we've got here.
Mr. Gimbal.
Hey, this isn't a gimbal, this is me.
Let's not get too close because our beards will become entangled and we'll be stuck together for the
We
rest.
don't want that happening ever again, do we? So.
No, it was dreadful last time.
It was.
My wife wasn't too happy to have to take you on.
I bet. So it was quite cold in that wardrobe. So, yeah.
Oh, you was in the wardrobe.
Well, yeah. But here's Nigel, look. Nigel is here covered by a gazebo,
Yeah, so you can.
which took 30 men to erect.
He's doing his words again.
So yeah, the erection has taken place, and the Rover and British Marks banner is up. Here's the elite group, and on the end there's a very muddy ZT 260. So a couple of microfiber towels later, we managed to get the worst off the bodywork, apart from this door here and this wheel. I'm just not going to even attempt to clean that, because that will not leave me any microfiber towels clean. Yeah, but we're here. We're on the Rover and British Mark stand. Everyone's here. So that's it for the journey of getting from Aylesbury to Cofton Park, Birmingham to Pride of Longbridge. Thank you for watching. Please continue to hit like and subscribe. I think the last time I looked we were on 999 subscribers, so let's see if it can go over the 1,000 this weekend. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please share and like as well, and the next video you'll see from me will be walking around Pride of Longbridge with some of the highlights of the show. Goodbye.